Vladimir Guerrero Jr., it felt to me, I mean, he'd always been a star, right, since he got to the big leagues. We've known him since he was a teenager. But I have talked to people in the sport about how it felt like he ascended from being a star over the last 7 weeks into this absolute incredible leader. And I've heard
Yeah.
stories from people with the Dodgers who could see that, well, how much he was impacting other players. Tell me what you saw in him in terms of his ascension.
Yeah, I mean, people forget, like, the week or so before the regular season ended, he was grinding a little bit,
Yeah.
There hadn't been homers and hits were hard to come by, so I said this, I think, before the division series, you could see a little bit of a different, Vladimir, just in the way he was moving, talking, walking when we were getting ready for the DS. And then at that point, and he said it, I think it was just solely focused on winning. Whether people like to admit it or not, people they want to, having a good year, get their numbers, this and that. It's all about winning. And he was so laser focused with everything he was doing, his preparation, his attention to detail. Um, so really, I mean, he had been in the postseason before, but a wild card round and that was it. And with each round, it seemed like he got a little bit more focused and a little bit more focused. And he did it on every side of the ball. It wasn't just in the box. It was on the
Crazy.
bases.
That double
It was
play
on
in game 7,
I
which is
I mean, it's
remarkable.
like he's that good, and I think it was a cool chance for the world to kinda see what a complete player he is. And there were times, man, and during the World Series, I forget what game he said. It might have been game 1 at home where, we're in the dugout and the lineups have been announced and the anthem was done, and we're kinda just waiting for the game to start in the dugout. And Vladdy, it was a little quiet, everyone was a little tense, and Vladdy, loud enough to where everyone could hear him, said, "Hey, if anyone's nervous, just look at me." And he had a little grin on his
Wow.
face, but he was serious. He was just in full, like, flow state of, "I'm gonna go out there and just be the best player that I can be." And it just carried over game by game. It was remarkable. He's always had that, but I think he was just so focused on the present moment. It was really cool to watch, and that's just gonna be great for him going forward.
Yeah, and guys are leaders like Kyle Schwarber and Aaron Judge, CC Sabathia when he played, but it's not like that happens. It's not like they entered the big leagues as leaders. At some
Right.
point, it's like they crossed that Rubicon into being that guy, and it felt like we saw that in Vladdy last year.